Welcome back, guys. One of the reasons I have this channel is to dish out, career talks, career tips, and everything in that space, that will make you succeed at your career. Especially, my focus majorly is on beginners. So you that are just setting out to establish a career for yourself. So I'm talking post NYSC, I'm talking fresh graduate, I'm talking GT level, I'm talking entry level basically. So if you're interested in this kind of content, please keep watching. Hello guys. Wow, the sun on my skin. Okay guys, good afternoon. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Babi's Diary. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, visitor, thank you so much for the love, thank you so much for the support, thank you for always stopping by, thank you for believing in this vision, and thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. If you're new here, kindly subscribe, kindly subscribe kindly subscribe and like this video. Please do that now before you forget. Do that now. And you're welcome to today's vlog. So today's vlog is basically a chit chat. Somewhere for this one is too much. I'm somewhere for an official. Let me see if I can adjust this camera. It looks like it's all over. Okay, yeah, better. So I'm on an official trip to Lagos. The sun is doing wonders on my skin. I've had this makeup on since maybe 10 this morning. So I'm going to start from the basics. And like I said, if you're someone that falls into this category, you're fresh out of school, you're a startup person, you don't know what to do, you're just please stay with me on this particular, because this issue is a serious one. People will say, oh, you need to thrive at your career, you need to be this, you need to be that. You have to start a career first before you start thriving at it, right? So that is where I come in. Like, I'm not talking about, of course we'll get to the point where we'll discuss guys that have established, spent how many years? I'm almost 10 years in the workspace, so we'll talk to you guys. Yeah, you guys have a bit of experience. 10 years is the number. We'll talk to you guys, we'll get to you guys. But now let's start with those guys that are just fresh out of school, they don't know what to do. Now, the first thing I would say is that you need to consider yourself as a brand. Straight up, you are a brand. So when you when you write a CV, it's what is at the top is your name, your full name. Barbara Ozegi Omodudu. That's how you have it on your CV. You are a brand. So once you've established that, next thing is your CV. Your CV has to be up to taste, because you're not there. So it's different when the CV is the first impression. I understand when you say, oh, first impression, they say first impression matters, right? So your CV is actually your first impression. You are not there. Your CV speaks everything I need to know about you. So if I think you are a person that is not detailed, I will see it on your CV. Your CV has to be perfect. It has to be perfect. And you see that thing they say when they say, oh, we're looking for a lawyer, 0 to 2 years experience, send in your CV. Boom, you send the CV. That same CV. Now, we're looking for a HR professional with legal experience. You send that same CV. Now, we're looking for maybe an underwriter, right? Let's say an insurance company. Oh, we're looking for an underwriter, or we're looking for a risk analyst. Any of those job types, and then you still send that same CV. No, absolute no. Now your CV should be tailored to the job you're searching for. And so if you're searching for a legal role, there should be a CV in that. Now you can be many things. So you can also you can have a CV for me now. I might have a CV that is still set to the HR that highlights my HR skill. For instance, if I'm applying for a job for an HR VP or a HR manager officer, something. If I'm applying for something in that line, why in God's name am I highlighting my role as a legal practitioner? Yes, I am a legal practitioner, but somehow that is just a good to have skill. So they are essential skills. They are the need to have. So they are the need to have skills. There are some skills that you need to have for this job role. As a HR professional, for instance, in the advert, they might have said requirements. They want somebody that has a certification in HR, somebody that has experience in HR, maybe 2 years experience, somebody that, or even if it's 0 experience, say they're looking for a fresh out of university, right? Or anyway, so sorry. Oh, fresh out of this. Oh, we need so they have all these plenty requirements, and then they just have the smaller ones that says, oh, certification in this is an advantage, HR trainings or in perhaps several HR trainings, and then say, okay, if you have a legal background, added, so you would know that your HR experience, your HR qualification is the must-have. Your legal background is the need to have. So it's not essential, but it's good to have it. If you have it, added advantage. So when you see an advert, please take these points. I said this is a career vlog, so as much as I'll bring to you the entertainment part, my lifestyle, my family, guys, another thing that is important to me in this life is career, and so I'll bring it to you guys. So just know that you're in safe hands when it comes to that. Let's continue. Right. So why in God's name will I be highlighting that I'm a lawyer in like 3 or 6 places in the city? I'm writing I'm a lawyer. For crying out loud, please let your focus be on what is core at that time, which is the HR bit. Now, if I'm applying for a legal role and I have HR experience, my focus, my need to have, my must have rather, not need to have, my must have now is legal experience. My HR experience will just be a good to have. So you should know your need to have. Compulsory, you should have this if you want the role. Then if you have this, which is the good to have, it is just, okay, good enough, yeah, fair enough, added advantage, yeah. So know both of them when you're working on the CV. So what my point here is, there is no one size fits all CV. So it's not a case of somebody just says, oh, I have something I think you would an advert I think you qualify for, send me your CV, and you just send the random CV, and 100 times over 100 you're asking why you don't get any jobs from this kind of, because your CVs are not tailored to the requirements of that role. So anytime somebody says, oh, they have a job opportunity for you, ask them politely that, oh, can I see the advert? Can you see the JD? Can you see the must have and need to have skills? So when you see all of those things, you'll be able to arrange your CV in such a way that it highlights what it should be highlighting. So when you're submitting it, you know that if they don't call you, perhaps somebody has much more better skills than, not because you are just flinging your a generic CV left, right and center expecting the miracle to happen. I hope that is clear. So there is no one size fits all CVs. Your CV should be tailored to the advert. So if somebody sends you, if you're looking for a job, and I'm talking to fresh out of school workforce, I'm talking to 0 to 2 years. If you're looking for a new job, in fact to everybody, if you're looking for a new job, please, there's no one size fits all CV. Tailor your CV properly. Ask whoever is pitching you to please give you the advert or send the details to you, so that you would study very well and tailor your CV to meet the needs, and then send in a good CV. So it's not okay that somebody just say, oh, just send me a CV, I'll turn it in for you. It's not. More than half of the time, that is always a bad idea, and that is why perhaps you might not be getting that job. Okay, Okay. So another thing with CVs is it's important that you put your ears down for what are the trends with competencies and skills. Okay, so it is okay to Google what are the hiring trends or what are the core competencies for 2022 and which one aligns with you. So what are the core competencies for your, say, let me use the HR space for instance. What are the core competencies for the HR manager, for instance? Now, after that, you also need to know what are the core competencies for that year or for that period. Most times, always, the year 20, what are the hiring trends or the core competencies for that year? So, for instance, let's take the time since after COVID, right? Or the time since COVID, say 2020, all the way to this time. Core competencies have changed, especially I'm being specific now to say the HR space. So it's okay for you to be what are all those many things we put there? Good communication skills, good verbal communication skills, oral communication skills, all those things, attention to details. It almost feels like, what would you have said anyway? You get, but there are some things you see as core competence or soft skills, and you're like, whoa, you have that. So for instance, during the COVID time, for a HR business, but you can put something like emotional intelligence. When I googled it at the time, that was one of the skills at that time. Emotional intelligence, empathy, because a lot of people were going through stuff. Working from home was driving people insane. Coming to the office, where a lot of people were uncomfortable coming to the office because they were scared of contracting virus. So all of that entire space, a lot of things were happening in that space. So as a HR manager, you should be able to rise up to the occasion, be empathetic towards your colleagues. Those were soft skills that we did not know we needed as HR professionals at the time. But COVID just came and just opened up. So if you're applying for a HR role and all of those things were not on your CV, you begin to ask that, this person know what they are doing. This is 2022. People are dealing with a lot of things. So why are you not telling me that you have emotional intelligence to deal with? When somebody comes to tell you that he has COVID in the office, are you just going to say, get away from here? Empathy. I can say, just go. So all of these skills, they evolve over time. So you have to be on top of what is the hiring trends, the core competencies and skills, soft skills for that season or for that period. Okay. Also, in writing your professional qualifications, it's important that you write that. It's important that you actively, and I mean actively, seek professional qualifications, opportunities. Don't just opportunities. Don't just you graduated in 2020, for instance. Let's say you graduated in 2018, and this is 2022, 4 years after. You've not picked up a single book since that time. How do I employ you? Things have changed from what it used to be 4 years ago. So why do you think you're better off than Résumé, that perhaps after that time has gotten a master's or has written a professional exam and is now a chartered or is writing that, or how do you think you're? So there must be that sign that you are self-improving, that you are not where you were 4 years ago. That since you graduated from school, you took time out to serve. After your service year, you enrolled in one thing that is career specific. Okay, it has to be career specific. I mean, it's good that you learn and I'm talking about career people, please. So it's good that you perhaps know how to make hair or play table tennis, all of those things. But what would benefit your career? Okay, your white collar job. So what are you doing? Have you done professional certification? Have you enrolled for a course? Are you running a program? Or have you taken a diploma in something, or something that is not where what you were doing. Sometimes there should be that element of progress in your CV. Okay, people want to see that. People also want to see that your CV is arranged properly. I was going to say chronologically, but I think my tongue is low. Ensure your CV is arranged properly from top to bottom. The most recent improvements on yourself or on your career should be the first things that we see. So once I see, because most times when I'm scouting for CV or when I'm reviewing CV, I'm not reviewing one CV. So have that at the back of the mind. Nobody has time to be reviewing a 5-pager document, please. Nobody. Because most of the list for a role, if I did not even publicize it so much, at least I'll get 5 to 10 CVs. That's if I did not even, that's I just use word of mouth to tell this one, to tell that one. I'm not gonna, if I place an advert on social media, first things first, best believe you're getting 1,000 CVs. Because people are actually looking for jobs, okay? But let's just say I don't do any of those things. I just reach out into my inner circle and I say, oh, I have a position for this, you have somebody to recommend to me, I have this, and then people say, so best believe I'm reviewing 5-10 CVs, and that is not my job. I don't know if you get that. So especially for people that are not recruiting, especially for people that do not have headhunters or do not have all those guys that the talent hirers guys, especially for companies that don't have that. Where I was coming from, we most times we don't have that. I had to go myself to look for people, and by go I don't mean go to the street, but I had to look for people anyway. The kind of CVs that you would receive, I don't have time for 5-pager CV, so let it be as brief as possible. The most important thing is put them first. This, although you have to shine with your CV, but trust me, the first thing you have to do is actually get an invitation. Okay, so if you do not have an invitation, you will not have the opportunity to come and shine when I call you for an interview. So you need to even first get your foot in the door first, which is by letting your CV meet at least the minimum requirements. Okay, so ensure that you arrange your CV very neatly. Let the most important, highlight the important things. That's very important. Let your CV highlight. I've seen people's CV that has just, like, you read it, at the end of the day you're tired, you want to take painkillers because your head is hot. You're like, what? Because as a HR person, you want to give everybody equal and fair rights. So I don't want to look at the CV and just say, I beg, I want to read every CV. I want to get and then rank it. So I know that I did not pick your CV not because it was too bulky or it was too difficult to read, but because you did not meet the requirements. Let there be a professional summary, very short, 3-5 lines, just highlighting you are this, you are that, you are specialized in this, bam, bam. So that immediately I read that, that's what sticks. Okay? I would not remember where you graduated from. Perhaps I might not, because I mean, how many people's on ground to remember? But I can remember, oh, there was a guy that in his professional summary mentioned that he has this or he has done this, and that's what I'm looking for. Those are the things. Ensure you have a professional summary. That's why it's a summary. Highlight of it. It's not a 10, no need for 10 lines, only for 20 lines. Just highlight the most important thing. And yes, like I said, ensure that you self-develop. Do not be where you were yesterday. Let there be no gap in your CV. Life happens, so you might be out of job, but ensure that during time you're out of job. Oh, what were you doing? Well, during the time, I took out time to take care of my young son, which was a 2-year break. But during that time, I enrolled for this course and I was able to get my certification in this. So yes, you were not working, but you were doing other things to improve yourself, and now you're back into the workspace. Oh yes, at this time, I was relieved of my position because of the pandemic. But during the time, I interned in social place, even though I was not paid, but it afforded me the opportunity to work at it. That's something. So there must be something you were doing. You cannot just say you just took a break for 10 to 12 years and then you're just coming back. Most often than not, you'll be like, okay, so what happens to those people that did not take a break? Well, we're sorry, but what happens to those people that did not take a break? Okay? So during your break, what did you use your break to do? That's what it's okay to take a break once in a while, but what did you spend that time to do? Okay? Your school ensure that you arrange from top to bottom the most recent one. So if you have a master's, if you have a PhD, that should be first, and then the other ones. So I don't see you went to Ilesomi Primary School and Ije Ododo University, and then the most recent, you have a doctorate, but it's like 5 lines down. No, let me see that you have that first, because perhaps that's the most recent, and then you build your way all the way to the bottom. Guys, hobbies. I want to know, as much as I want to know what is happening in your private space, say, or what do you use your leisure time to do, I would prefer to know your hobbies that are tied to the role in question. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys. Okay, so you're talking about a legal advisor role, or say a legal advisor role, and then I ask for your hobbies, and you say you love to sing, you love to dance, you love to eat. Good stuff, really nice stuff. But is that what I want to see? Not exactly. So when we speak of hobbies for CVs, for a legal role, I want to hear that you love to research, because ultimately that would be what you'll be doing in the role. When you get, it has to be something that is tied to that role. So let's not even start with the ridiculous things people put on that hobby thing. A social media manager, for instance, you should let us know, oh, you create content. Do you understand? You love to create content. I think that's a beautiful place to start. You love to create content. You love to edit pictures. Now for references, first things first, except they specifically mention that your reference should be on the CV. Current trend is you don't put your reference available on record. So, but if for any reason the recruiter is saying they want your reference, doctor so thing, email address, phone number, that's okay. Some people want to intimidate you. They will not say Pastor, Mrs. Doctor, one thing, General Overseer, Church of this, back. Then the next one will be Honorable Speaker, Executive Harbour. Keep it simple. Just write the name, write the phone number, write the email. If they need an address, you put it there. One of the trends right now, right, is also to have your LinkedIn URL on your CV. So if they need to check you up there, they can do so. Okay, I've had jobs where people went out to check my profile. Yes, my LinkedIn profile with age, date of birth, marital status, all of those things, right? So a lot of people see these things as being biased, that you can be biased when you know these details. So please, as much as possible, try to remove maybe gender, age, marital status, all of those details from your CV. Okay, if they need to know, they would ask, and then you can say, like we said, keep it short, 2 pages, 3 pages. But remember that with submitting a CV, your first assignment, your first victory is to get your foot in the door, is to get a place, perhaps to write the exam, or perhaps to go for the interview. To get your foot, is to cross the line first. That's your first goal. The time where you get to impress based on your oratory skills, answering the questions, saying the right thing, is this time we're talking about is time to get your foot. First, let them see your CV and approve it. So guys, if you have more questions on this topic, please put it in the comment section. Let us discuss it. If you think there was something I did not touch on, please also leave a comment in the comment section. Let us talk about it. The next time we'll be talking about this series, we'll be talking about interview and interview tips. I'm going to literally talk about how you even appear. Remember, the first thing we mentioned here today was that you are a brand. So how your first appearance at the interview might be virtual, might be physical. So we're going to talk about how you appear. And we'll talk about these things you say, your responses to questions, your general demeanor, and then we'll take interview tips and take it up from there. So I really and sincerely hope that you enjoyed this particular vlog. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. please give this video a thumbs up. Ensure you comment, ensure you like, share with your friends. It's a career series. Share with your friends. Look out for the next career series. It might not be the next vlog, but of course it will be the next the interview stuff will be the next one we'll be having concerning this particular series. So I really hope you enjoyed today's vlog. It was a lengthy one, I know. I'm sorry I talked too much. Gosh, help me guys. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this vlog. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please like, please turn on your post notifications so you'll be alerted whenever we post. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you a very, very blessed day. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys. Bye.